There is a tough interview that old man Boniface Byanyima Rip gave to the Observer's Herbert Oluka back in 2005. Throughout the interview, Mzee Byanyima is explicit about the horrors President Museveni has meted out against this country, as he is explicit about what needs to be done. At one point, the young journalist asks the legendary politician about what should be done to make things right. In unflinching terms, the old man throws the challenge at the journalist: "You are a young man, why don't you go to the bush? Museveni cannot be removed by elections." Oluka responds on the side of caution, arguing that this would cause suffering to many people, like happened in northern Uganda. Mzee Byanyima is even more candid this time. Going philosophical, he reminds the young man that freedom is not given on a silver platter. If you want Uganda to be a free country, you have got to fight for freedom. Well, Oluka never took the challenge and is now in the UK for further studies. I recalled this interview while I thought about today's activists and opposition politicians in their myriad groups: NGOs, community-based organizations, CBOs, civil society organizations, CSOs, and political parties. Ironically, without realizing it, these so-called watchers of public interests have been part and parcel of the decimation of the country they supposedly fight to protect. Yesterday's activist was angry, or daring. In a 2012 book by Fountain Publishers, Uganda's Presidents, an illustrated biography, there is a family photo of Yoweri Museveni and family, taken sometime in the early 1970s. In that picture, your eyes are shocked by the sight of the skinny and emaciated brother of the president, Gen Salim Saleh, who proudly stands behind the family, with an open shirt showing his bony chest. Without reading the caption, it is difficult to tell this is the man as we know him today. A malnourished Yoweri Museveni donned some unfashionable sandals holding one of the babies. The picture is likely to have been taken in a local studio, reveals a typical middle-class family eking out an existence, hustling about. To be fair, the other members of the family look well-fed. But these are fellows who dared the heights and joined the others in the forests to take the leadership of Uganda. Today's activists are the opposite of the above. They love and aggressively pursue wealth. They are often writing proposals and accounting for donor funds. They have farms in the countryside and are constantly looking for ways of expanding their estates. For them, activism is a career from which they earn a lavish existence. Since activism is often a calling for generally young people in their mid-20s through the 40s, let me place Museveni in our time, where going to the bush is not an option, to make this point more vividly. If Museveni had come of age in the 1990s, say finished university in 1991, married Janet 3 years later, got bitter with President Obo's election theft and undemocratic tendencies thereafter, he would have been a civil society activist, he would have formed a CBO, NGO or a CSO. For its name, it would have the words democracy, justice, youth, constitutionalism or human rights, either in the name or slogan. If he were 30 in 2000, he would grow with his organization to the point that his name would stand for his organization and the organization would mean his name. If cunning enough, as certainly Museveni is, he would be rich by Ugandan standards. He would have a good house in one of the semi-posh neighborhoods of Kampala, and cruise in Toyota Prado V8 or Jeep, depending on his tastes. He would often hold press conferences or once in a while hold executive demonstrations in the streets of Kampala. Organizing workshops in Kampala's plush hotels would form a major part of his year planner. Certainly, Obo would not mind him much, since he would know this man is a corporate slay king. Surely, the type of Museveni I describe above would be useless to this country except himself. But that is our activists today. True, the times have changed. Museveni went to the bush before the invention of terrorism, and violent struggle was accepted in the global discourse as a mode of protest, but not anymore. My point is this: the cowardly, non-imaginative and glamorous bourgeois lifestyle of our activist is part of the problem. The author is a PhD fellow at McCarran Institute of Social Research.